You are now watching Raptor Nation Podcast, a fan-made pod that covers news on your Toronto Raptors and the community.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Raptors Nation Podcast. I'm here with my host, Mel. Mel, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing great. How are you?
After this Raptors week, I don't know, but good in general. But let's get it started. Let's talk about this week in Raptors news. The Raptors go 1-3 this week on top of a already horrible season.
That's an understatement, but
Yeah, let's start out with the first game. The first game looked good. We beat the Lakers in LA. I don't know if you could believe that. LeBron was back. AD was there. We had a Kyle Lowry masterclass that night. 37 points, 11 dimes. Pascal almost dropped 40. He missed that last free throw at the end of the game. But he had 39, 13 boards. And we got good minutes from Bembry off the bench. So, Mel, what did you think about that game?
honestly, I just loved seeing Siakam and Lowry combine for 76. Siakam's been playing great these past few games. I love to see it. I also just love seeing Lowry play well. I think we did great against the Lakers, and then it kind of just went downhill from there for the rest of the games. But
For sure, for sure. My highlight of the game for me is when Kyle Lowry hits that 4-point play, and he's just all fired up, ready to go. And another good play I liked during that game was I think it was the end of the first half where Kyle hits a layup at the end of the quarter. There's like 0.2 seconds left, and he's chatting to all the Laker fans in the crowd, letting them know what they missed out on, you know?
yeah, they're definitely provoking him. And then after the game, someone asked if there's any extra motivation for how he played, and he's like, "No, I'm just playing basketball," and I love that. I love hearing that.
For sure. You can't poke the bear. It's Kyle Lowry, man. It's just, honestly, this game just proved to the Lakers. He came back just to prove to the Lakers, look what you missed out on, you know?
Yep. You don't want to trade for me for
what's his name?
I don't.
Horton Tucker.
Yeah.
That's
I liked him.
But yeah. We had good minutes from Bembry off the bench. What do you think about his play? He's been giving us a few good games off the bench. That was I think that was the debut of the new braids he got.
Yeah, for sure.
But 14 points off the bench. He's pretty efficient too. 8 boards, 3 steals. If we can continue to get that out of him, Jalen Harris going into next season, assuming he's back, that'd be very beneficial because we really lack bench scoring this year. It's kind of heartbreaking, but because that used to be our strong point, you know, the bench mob and
2019,
all that.
Run.
But yeah, it's glad to see him helping us off the bench because we need scoring anywhere we can get it. Yeah. But LeBron and AD only with 19 and 12 points respectively. How do you feel about that?
I love
How do you feel about that?
I was so happy just watching
Of course, there's an asterisk. LeBron did leave the game early, however.
Yes,
he did play. He did play.
It still counts.
It does count. It did play. Him and Siakam, or Kyle and Siakam, really outplayed them. And whenever I see this box score, I think of the Kyrie and LeBron 40-point meme or whatever from the finals. I forgot what year it was, 2016, I think. But you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was a good game to start out the week. But
honestly,
2 days later,
we beat Braun, it's great. I'm happy.
Yeah, and LeBron on the Lakers has never beaten the Raptors.
That's a
just
crazy
saying.
Stat. Yeah,
just
I was gonna
saying.
bring that up actually. That was, I love.
Just
that.
saying.
Yeah.
Just saying to all the.
It feels
all
good.
To all the
fan.
we need revenge. We need revenge. To all the Bron fans in the section, just know that 5-0.
Just remember that.
But
Lakers Bron is not what he used to be, and I'd love to see it.
Not at all.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not at all.
Yes.
I hope he gets well from his ankle injury, though. We don't want to see anyone go down. But we can't celebrate too much this season, as we know. Can't celebrate too much this season, as we know. As 2 days later, we fall to the Clippers in LA
by just 5
105
points.
to 100. Yes, Pascal with 24. Freddie comes back this game,
27.
drops 27, 13 assists, and Jalen Harris with a breakout game, 11 points and 100% from 3. Fantastic. If we can get that from him every night, I think him and Bembry can reignite the bench mob, honestly.
Honestly,
But
I'm really excited to see what Jalen Harris can do. Just that game, it was great to see. I feel like he has a lot of potential, and I feel like he's going to be something really special, and I'm excited to see how he'll develop with the team, hopefully.
I agree. He's a little more height for a guard, so I think
Yeah.
that'll help him too. But yeah, Pascal with 24, Freddie with 27 and 13. Still wasn't enough to beat the Clippers. Paul George scoring 22. Marcus Morris with 22 as well.
Yeah.
Kawhi had an off night, scoring only 13.
Yeah, I like how we contained Kawhi. That was
Yeah,
really
contained
from him.
Kawhi. The box
Especially
and
from
one.
Utah. Yeah.
Box and one, we know how to do. Utah had a fantastic game that day. He really got the
I should
scoring
say.
going.
I keep saying Utah.
That's me.
No,
That's
it's
me. But
too.
but Utah had a great game. He really got the scoring going to start it off. Hitting a three in the corner, I believe. But still wasn't enough. Reggie Jackson with 18, 44% from three on 9 attempts, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Reggie Jackson really killed us, but you know, that's just been the story of this Raptors season is role players stepping up and killing us. It's just we're used to it this season where
Yeah. It's okay.
if
The
this was
season doesn't
earlier,
count.
yeah,
It's
if this was earlier in the season, we would be just depressed right now, but
we're used to
we've
it.
had to watch almost 70 games of this, so we know what to expect. What did you notice? No problem. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I still think we put up a great fight, like only losing by 5 points.
For sure.
Especially
In
with
LA, Clippers are a great team contender.
Especially no Lowry, no OG, and
Yeah.
no Shea, and Kawhi only scoring 13 points. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a great defensive effort. But what else do you think about this game? What are some highlights for you that you remember?
Again, just Siakam. I just love how he's been playing recently.
He's
love
back to
seeing
his
him
all-star
succeed.
level, it looks like.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like his problem has been mental, and like clearly, there's no problems physically, and I just want to see him succeed.
He might still be a little bit out of shape because of COVID.
Yeah,
Probably
of
it killed
course.
him. It killed him. He lost a lot of weight, he said, but it
Honestly,
looks
I
like
think
he's getting
that's been
back.
helping him though. The weight loss, I think he's been a lot faster.
Yeah, a lot faster. He looked kind of slow to start the season, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he looks like he's back, and I'm glad to see it. I'm really glad to see it. But no, I totally agree. Pascal's back to his all-star form. Fantastic. Freddie had a fantastic night.
27.
And really happy with Utah as well. I feel like if Utah gets more of an opportunity, better handle, he could be a really efficient role player on this team.
Honestly,
I really hope we bring him back next year.
We have so many good pieces. I love.
We do. We
talent,
could with our development team, it would be fantastic to bring him back. But once again, moving on. Another 2 days later.
Heartbreaker.
Another 2 days later, a heartbreaker back in Tampa. I was at this game live, so it was really heartbreaking. It was very heartbreaking, but Pascal's 44 points is not enough as the Raptors fall once again to the Wizards, 131-129 in overtime.
A solid effort for Gary Trent Jr. after missing 6 games in his return.
For sure. He did not. Gary did not miss a beat. 50% shooting, 25 points. You gotta love it. Freddie with 22, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Hits the big shot at the end of the game to send us to overtime. We couldn't get it done in overtime, but
unfortunately,
it's all right. It's all right.
The beginning of that game, though, Alex Len, he was shooting.
Killing us.
Yeah, that was. He had that revenge. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, he's just he remembered. He's had a big game against us. Both times we played him.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he. I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure if he played all 3 games, but I do remember the last 2 for sure. He was killing us. Yeah. But no Rui this game. Utah missed with a ankle injury, I believe, so we didn't get that Japan matchup, unfortunately. Hopefully we can get it next year. But another efficient piece for us was Kem, 17 points and 9 rebounds. He's been so good for this team. What do you think about Kem Birch, Mel?
Honestly, I love him, especially just like considering how we got him from Orlando and how just he's had more freedom here and how I just love seeing him play here. I didn't watch much of him in Orlando, but he's been a great new addition to the team for us, especially as we only had Aaron Baines before. It's like a breath
Yeah,
of
the
fresh
Aaron Baines
air. You know what I
experiment has
mean?
not worked out, unfortunately.
It's a breath of fresh air. I love him, and I really hope he's on our team for a while. Cause
It's good to see. It's good to see. I hope we bring in another big man. Freddie Gillespie's been giving us very good
we
minutes
love
off the
him.
bench still. I'm very happy with him. And hopefully we bring back both of them next year, as well as upgrade our front court even more with maybe another center. But no, very happy with Kem. His improvement has skyrocketed since joining us. I don't know if it's the hometown juice, if he's excited to play for
Yeah,
us, but
I can't wait to see him back in Toronto though. Like,
yeah, I can't wait for the whole team to get back there,
yeah,
honestly.
especially all
But
these new guys. They don't even know what they're in for. It's gonna be
it's
exciting.
it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
But Bradley Beal, 28 points, 5 boards, 5
Nice.
assists.
Can we talk about Neto?
Russell
25
Neto,
points.
25 points, shooting 71%
71%.
from three. If you're letting Neto shoot 71% from three, you're not gonna win very often.
He was irritating to watch.
It was.
It
And of course, Russell Westbrook just got his triple-double. Almost had a 2020 game in assists and rebounds, but he finished with 13 points and 17 assists and 17 rebounds. So what do you think about the Wizards' performance? They're destined for the play-in, and they kind of knocked us out of our play-in hopes with this game. What do you think, Mel?
Honestly, I going into that game, I was kind of nervous, but we put up a great fight, and I
We
had
did.
hope in the end, but just didn't work out. I love the Wizards team. I love Russell Westbrook. I love seeing how he's been playing this season and or how he's always played, especially with the triple doubles. And yeah, I love it. Great for them.
For sure, yeah. Good for them. Have fun losing in the first round, but they kind of did us a favor.
Yeah.
But no, I just think it felt like one of those games where the Raptors just come out ready to play. They started out the game very well. They went up 10, I believe, early in the first quarter, and Kem Birch was giving them energy, scoring. Jalen Harris was scoring a lot off the bench, I believe. But it felt like one of those games, those close games where the Raptors pull it out. But this
I
season
honestly
has
thought
just
we were
been,
going to win that.
yeah, this
After
season,
that Freddie shot, but
after that Freddie shot, send us to OT. But nothing's going right this year, so
yeah.
we lose that one, and then
Let's talk about
couple
that
nights later.
last play
Yep.
with Siakam, though. What do you think
last
about
play
that?
with Siakam. I mean, he's got to get one to fall. He's got to get one to fall eventually. He's too good to be like you got to give him the shot. He's a max player. He's got to make those shots, but with the improvements that he's been making recently and just more experience in that situation, I think he'll get one to fall eventually because they've all been close. Go back early in the season. Our first West Coast trip. The Warriors won rimmed out. The Trailblazers won rimmed out. The Utah Jazz game winner rimmed out. This one wasn't as close, but
Honestly,
still,
I just want to see it fall for him because I feel like a
just
lot
want
of
to see
people-
one. You look last year, he was hitting game winners against the Suns. I was there live at that game, hitting game winners against the maybe the Wizards. I can't remember. I know he had another one, but definitely against the Suns. I was there live for that. But I just think once he gets his mind right, once he sees one fall in, his
then
confidence
his
is gonna
confidence-
skyrocket.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that exactly.
it's just like it'll fall eventually. Look at Kobe. He missed those game winners early in his career. I'm not comparing the two.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Kobe as well.
Yes.
But it's just you got to see the fall. You got to be in like you can't succeed just from the rip. You know.
Yeah.
You got
A
to
lot of people sorry
fail
to cut
before you
off
succeed.
there. I feel like a lot of people are so hard on him for absolutely no reason.
Too hard. Way too hard.
Way too harsh
Yes,
on him.
I understand the concerns that he is a max player and he's not hitting game winners. But at the end of the day, he's giving you
He's still
40-point
developing.
games, 30-point games. He's got to be averaging about 30 this week. And over recently, he's been averaging in the high 20s, playing
Yeah.
all-star caliber. The team's in Florida. They don't want to be there.
COVID.
It's hard
there's
on
so many
everyone.
factors.
COVID, there's so many factors affecting him, and it's just he'll get it to fall. Look, he's scoring 44 points. We don't know if Pascal hate is tolerated here. None at all.
And all his haters, they love to ignore games like this.
They do.
Or
They're
just
silent after these games.
yeah, or just like the whole month of April, he's been averaging 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, and they love to ignore that. And they only watch the last 5 minutes of the game, and they see that last shot, and they hate on him for no reason, and I hate that because
Yeah, for
he gets
sure.
so
We got to
much
support Pascal,
unnecessary.
man. We got to
Yeah,
support Pascal. We love him. He's a champion.
yeah. Once
He'll
he
get back. He'll get back. We'll be back to the finals
honestly
soon, and
next
he'll be
season,
back.
I'm very excited to see him if he works on especially his confidence. Like just once he gets that and gets over that mental hurdle, I feel like he's going to be a great player, and
For sure,
he's
for
gonna.
sure. Do you think the Pascal inconsistency is because of Florida? Because we look back last year,
Mhm.
we see in the bubble, he was off in the bubble.
Yeah.
Come this year, starts the season out pretty slow. He gets back on his feet a little bit. COVID happens. Yeah. But is it Florida? What do you think's going on?
I truly think it's all mental because after the playoffs, 2019, like he was playing great for us, and I feel like that's
He
when
was.
the hate kind of arose. Like everyone was just talking a lot of crap about him, and I feel like that affected him. And then that's when he started turning off his comments and that kind of stuff. So then I feel going into last season, he's not feeling the best mentally, so obviously that's going to affect his game. And then this season, everything, COVID, Tampa, all these different factors, of course it's going to do the same thing or make it worse. But I feel like
For
once
sure,
he
for
gets over
sure.
that mental hurdle, and I hope next season he is much more confident in himself, and hopefully that shows through his game.
We do. I believe in him. I believe in him. Well, moving on to the last game of the week, Raptors once again lose to the Memphis Grizzlies,
Against former
109-99.
Raptor Jonas
Yep.
Valanciunas.
Former Raptor JV Lithuanian Lightning killing us on the boards. Almost had a 2020 game again.
Yeah,
I feel like he's scoring 2020s every night against us. But
honestly.
JV finishes with 18 points, 21 boards. And Jaren Jackson Jr. also killed us, 20 points to go along with JV's monster performance. But to go along with the Raptors' struggles as a team, Gary struggled very poorly this game, shooting very inefficiently, shooting 25%. Not the typical Gary game we want,
Definitely not.
but even though he has been a little inconsistent this season, his hot flashes have been
Very
just
promising.
crazy.
Love to see it.
He's hitting game winners on his first week in Toronto.
That
It's
honestly, those
crazy.
first few weeks with us were just
Yeah,
insane. How everyone going
insane.
crazy.
Setting plus minus records, but
Second best.
hopefully
NBA. It's just
Gary's young, and his
only
growth as a
22
player
years old.
is going to be improving that consistency, you know? So 18 points out of Gary. Jalen Harris was 16 points off the bench. A solid night again from him.
Yeah.
Once again, if we can get that, that's going to be just killer for us, you know? But aside from those three, we didn't really get much from anyone else.
No.
We had a lot of people sitting out this game, but Malachi was running the point all right, I guess you could say. He had 15, but overall it was just a poor team performance, honestly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Pascal went down early, but
And Malachi's
yeah,
been struggling. Malachi's been
No, go ahead.
struggling the past few games.
he has been. Yes, he has been struggling. His scoring has been struggling. He's been doing good finding guys open, hitting people, making the right passes, but his scoring has definitely taken a little decline in these past couple of games. But
Hopefully he'll be back
yeah,
and better.
hopefully he'll get back to the Rookie of the Month level that he
Yes.
just got. Congratulations to him, by the way.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. This is going up on his birthday. Happy birthday, Malachi. But yeah, it's not enough to conquer JV's big game and Jaren Jackson Jr. So that's what happened this week with the Raptors. It wasn't a good one, but I think it's safe to say that the season's over next week. I think it's safe to say that we should tank probably.
Yeah.
We're officially out of the playoffs tonight with a Pacers W, and they are playing the Cavs. So
haven't they lost
it
10
is
games in a row?
yeah, I think it
That's
is likely. I think it is likely our season ends tonight.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's been a fun
Honestly,
season. We've had some good moments. Freddie scoring 54, that was a good moment.
Yeah.
Pascal, our rookies have been great. Utah, Had a few great stretches. It's been a fun season, not a good one, a
It
fun
really
one to
has.
watch.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you
Honestly,
think about this season, Mel? What do you have to throw on that?
it's kind of been bittersweet, honestly, because I feel like our record doesn't reflect how good of a team we are.
For
Um,
sure.
I think this season's been really fun, like you said. But in my mind, it's not real.
It's not. We have way too
We're
much
not at
talent.
home. We're
Way,
not
way,
at
way
home.
too much talent to be where we are. Think
Yeah.
about it. We have Freddie, arguable all-star. Pascal playing like an all-star right now. Kyle, all-star,
Dr.
champion.
Kyle Lowry.
OG's playing like an all-star. Kem Birch has been giving us good stuff at the starting position, but unfortunately we didn't get him until a little halfway through the season, towards the end of the season. But
Can
it's
you
just this
imagine
team.
if we had him at the beginning of the season, what we
Oh,
would
for
have been
sure. I
like?
feel like we would be in a much better position than we are
Yeah.
now. Maybe arguably in the playoffs. I say
Yeah.
top five
I say
even.
so. Yeah. I say like top six,
Um,
but yeah.
because look, the Celtics are struggling. Uh, all these teams who we thought were going to be good are struggling, not doing as good. Obviously, you got your top contenders: Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Philly, but they're stacked. They're stacked. It's just we've had to endure so much more compared to everyone else. We have 72 away games. Um,
And people underestimate the fact of
yeah,
playing
they
away.
don't understand how much of a big thing that is, and they say we're maybe complaining or
It's a
doing
huge factor
making
that not
excuses,
many
but it
people
is a fact. You
consider.
don't have any of your home fans. All those energy players like Stanley Johnson, uh, just all the bench guys who normally feed off the energy of a crowd, they can't thrive in the whole arenas against you.
And it's not
It's
even
hard
that we just don't have fans. It's the fans that are there are booing us.
for
Like
booing
it's
us. Booing
yeah.
us. When I was there at this Wizards game. We were getting horribly booed. I was
Yeah.
in a section full of Wizards fans. I was right behind Bobby Webster. He wasn't liking it. I was right behind Bobby Webster. We're in a section full of Wizards fans. They're screaming, going crazy, and they're in the playoff. They're in the play-ins now. So respect to them. Congratulations to the fans. It's gonna be fun to them.
I really hope that we're not back in Tampa next season. Let's hope that Ontario gets everything sorted out with the vaccines and that we'll be back in Toronto and back home,
Yes,
not have to play
we'll
any
get to
away
that in a
games.
second. But this week we have a game tomorrow against the Clippers. Then we go ahead and we're going on a little 2-game road trip off to Chicago and Dallas,
Finally,
and then we
the
come back to Tampa
Pacers,
to end the season against the Pacers.
which you'll be going
Um,
to.
I
You
will be there
excited?
live. Yes, very
What are
excited.
your thoughts? Do you think it's Lowry's last game or
Hopefully not. I
yeah,
don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Every time we think Lowry gets traded or is going to get traded, he ends up staying.
Honestly,
If you go back,
we've been thinking that for so many years and
all how
he's
many
been
years? How
here.
many years? Every year, Lowry's gone. Lowry's
Yeah.
getting traded. He
All
comes back
those
on a deal.
rumors?
Yeah,
Exactly.
all those years.
I'm
He
not
comes back
worried.
on a deal. He signed a 2-year deal, a 1-year deal. This is the most likely, I think, season where he would leave. But
I still don't think he's going anywhere.
whatever he decides to do, I feel like he's going to let us do a sign-in trade.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And even if he does decide to leave, Kyle Lowry is the greatest Raptor of all time. Respect to him. Thank you for everything he's ever done. He's
And I think he'll
literally
retire
a
a
Raptors
Raptor no
legend.
matter
He
what.
will retire a Raptor 100%. He's already said that.
Yeah.
He will retire a Raptor, no doubt about it. But yeah, back to the topic we were talking about a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, the boys can come back to Toronto next year because this Tampa
It's not working for
experiment, this
us.
Tampa season has been very poor.
Even though you've
What are
been
your
able.
thoughts?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about the Tampa season?
It's just been like it's been fun to watch, but it's just not been ideal. I know it's been fun for you being able to go to the games, but I
Oh
like
yeah, for
if
sure.
like if you're saying that you want them back in Toronto and you're being able to go to the games when you normally can't go, like that's saying a lot.
For
That
sure, yeah.
our
I normally only get a few games a year up in Toronto, but
yeah,
I've been at almost every game this year, but
we need
for the
those
good of the
games back.
team,
We need
for the good of the team, it is important and vital that they're
yes,
in Toronto around the
yes.
fans.
We need
Hopefully we get this
Jurassic
vaccine.
Park.
Hopefully this vaccine situation in Ontario gets sorted
Yes.
out so we can have them back. We can be back in Jurassic Park by playoffs next year, hopefully.
I really
That's wishful
hope.
thinking. That's
Yeah,
wishful
yeah, it
thinking.
is,
But
but I really hope they do something at the beginning of the season, kind of like Jurassic Park. I guess it will
yeah,
have to be limited, but it'd be nice to have that because we haven't played here in so long, and fans just we need to be back. We need to watch our Raptors again in person. And
absolutely,
I'm
absolutely.
so excited to see all the new guys just react to the city and really our whole country. Just the energy is in Toronto, and I'm so excited
For
to
sure.
see
That
how
that
they
first
react to
game that
that.
first game back is gonna be
They're gonna be amazed,
electric.
honestly.
Electric. I cannot wait. I will be there. I will come up
Yes.
for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So excited.
it's been a very underwhelming season. We had the training camp. Everyone's clowning the training camp logo with the palm trees
I
and the
know.
raptor.
Yeah, I don't
But
like it.
yeah, it's just been a tough season for everyone involved too. You got to think of
Mm-hmm.
the players. They don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Coaches don't want to be there. They brought a bunch of staff down from Toronto. I'm sure they don't want to be there
Yeah.
away from their families, but you know, hopefully we can get this situation figured out and be back in a safe way up in
Mm-hmm.
Toronto. But
For sure.
yeah, so what do you think about next week's matchup schedule, Mel? It's going to be another tough one. Playing a few contenders, tough playoff teams. What do you think?
Honestly, I just want to see our guys get some development, especially
Hmm.
since Lowry hasn't been playing. I love seeing these guys get minutes, and I just can't wait to see them develop. So I feel like that'll be a great opportunity. I don't think we're trying to win any games,
Yeah, for sure.
but I know it's never really been in our nature to tank. We've kind of just like been used to getting diamonds in the rough. Um, but what do you think? Like, are you a fan of tanking or?
At this point in the season, I think it's the best thing we should do is tank to just improve our draft stock.
Mhm.
But I know it's not entertaining to watch
Definitely
or
not.
like what we do because Raptors have been a winning culture for
Yeah.
past 8, 9 years now, and well, I wouldn't go back that far.
Yeah.
7 years. We've
I
been in
was
the
gonna
playoffs
say
7 years.
not that far.
7 years. 7 years.
Yeah.
But I think it's best for this season to just do what we can to maximize our draft potential. We got the Bulls ahead of us. We're kind of stuck where we are at the moment. Kind of stuck where we are. We could, yeah.
I just want
I
the season
think,
to be over.
yeah. I'm looking at the schedule right. Or I'm looking at the standings right now. We're stuck at the 12th seed in the East. It looks like, and we are not gonna out tank the Timberwolves, Thunder, or Rockets. So we're stuck at about the 7th pick right now. So that's not too bad.
It's not
Maybe
bad.
we'll move up in the lottery. Maybe we'll move up in the lottery, and hopefully Masai stays. That's the
Yes.
biggest
I really
question
hope
mark
he
this off
does.
season, I think,
Yeah.
because I'd rather have Masai. I'm not gonna say I'd rather have Masai, but Masai is honestly more valuable than majority of superstars in the league, in my opinion,
He's
because
done so much for us. Like,
he knows something that most GMs don't,
yes.
and he just knows how to find great players. Freddie was undrafted, Pascal was late in the first round. It's just
So many late picks
he
or
finds stars.
yeah.
OG was the 22nd overall pick. He finds stars, and
And I love that about him that he's not just
yeah,
going for the high picks. Like I love that Toronto has never
and
been
that's what we
a
have to
team
do.
like that.
And that's what we have to do. We're not seen as a desirable destination around the league, which I
Yeah.
think is a problem.
Yeah.
Toronto is literally one of the best cities in the league. I've been to all of them. You're not getting anywhere better than Toronto. That's
Yeah.
like unbiased,
The atmosphere is
no
just
joke.
insane. The
The
fans, like
best
I
fan
don't
base
know
in the
who
league.
wouldn't want to
You're
play
not
for
getting
us.
many. There's not many places better than Toronto.
No.
But aside from that, no one wants to come here, so we have to draft well, and that's how Masai has put us in the successful position
Hmm.
we've been in these past few years. Grievous Vasquez traded to Milwaukee. We get Norman
For
Powell and
Norm.
OG out of that. Like
Honestly, that
that's
Grievous
insane.
Vasquez was just a gift that keeps on giving because now
It
we've got
is.
Gary.
And now we
It's
have Gary. We turned that
yeah.
into Gary. That's
I remember being so
absolutely
sad. I was such a
absolutely
huge
ridiculous.
Grievous Vasquez fan, but honestly, just like, I'm so glad that we're
Yeah,
where
it's
we are
just it
now.
works out. It's just fantastic to see what he's done for this team and to see
Yeah.
how this team grows. But I think that's it for I think
Yeah.
that's everything this week. I
This
think
week, yeah.
Raptors had a rough week again. Hopefully we can finish the season strong. We're kind of stuck where we are, so maybe we can win a few games, see the guys develop. Hopefully OG comes back.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we win these last few games, have a strong end of the season, and hopefully we are back in Toronto next year. But Mel, it
Really
was
hope
good
so.
talking to you this week. Do
Yeah,
you
it
have
was good
anything else to
talking to you
say?
too. No, I think that's it. We covered a lot today.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. We want to
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, on
At
YouTube,
Raptor Nation
wherever.
Pod.
At Raptor Nation Pod. Make sure to just follow us, subscribe, share with your friends, everything, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week with some more Raptor news.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Raptor Nation Podcast. Don't forget to follow on all social media at Raptor Nation Pod.